G2A.com, the best video game store ever! Fast as lightning, solid as a rock, cheap as duck! What's more, you can sell on it because it's also a marketplace. Remember G2A.com, the best video game store ever!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DotaPit League, season number 3. It is, of course, March the 19th, a Thursday, and guess what? We have 3 games for you. 3, that's right. I should say 3 series, 6 games total, for over about 6 hours of Dota, probably more than that, in fact. So a lot of Dota on hand today. For the first series, joining us today, as always, is Pinmuckle, Mawpax, and, of course, Trouf. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. I'm getting there. I got my lucky charms here to aid me in the morning. And
it is early.
Yeah.
I feel you. Might be a bit rough, but don't worry. We're going to get through this one. Apparently, also, just for heads up, I'm not sure how many of you in-game care about this because you were smart enough to purchase in-game tickets, but we are having Twitch issues. So hopefully that gets... yeah, that's... All right, well, we had a scare there, but I think we're good. Everybody, just relax. We're going to be fine. Pinmuckle's in my ear. He's saying scary things, but we have the draft underway with ASUS.Polar, which, by the way, they took 2 members of the former Virtus Pro. So finally, Virtus Pro and Virtus Pro Polar, or former Virtus Pro Polar, joining together. They'll be playing up against Power Rangers, with a couple of stand-ins, and we'll see how this goes. Power Rangers, I believe this is their first series in DotaPit after replacing Fire, who disbanded some time ago. So we'll see how this series turns out. Should be interesting.
Yeah, maybe you can help refresh my memory too. Who was on Polar that left? I know that it was Mag and who was the other one?
DK Phobos, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's right. DK Phobos to Navi. Okay. And yeah, so that should be kind of interesting. It's going to be G then, I guess, taking the spot of Mag, and Sidoi taking the spot of... Sorry, other way around. Sidoi taking the spot of Mag from the off lane, G taking the spot of DK Phobos mid. Not too bad. Not too bad, actually.
Yeah, I think actually G is quite the pickup. Sidoi, we'll see how it works out. Again, a lot of this has to do with chemistry, but they're playing up against a pretty new Power Ranger squad as well. So there's that. So ASUS.Polar, they also go for the Storm Spirit, which I'm not sure. I haven't really seen G play this hero. We'll see if they give it to him. On the other side, Sniper and Troll Warlord. This is the pub combo to end all pub combos. You have the Battle Trance plus Sniper right-clicking. You get him mid. You get him to have a favorable matchup, and all of a sudden... your towers are gone and your people are dying. Shrapnel is killing everybody. It's quite the terrifying duo to play against. So, all right, well, there's that. We'll see how it goes.
I'm wondering if they put the Storm Spirit mid or safe lane. I feel like he's going to have kind of a hard time mid, unless the Earthshaker sits there the whole time. And the problem with that is that Venge can't really zone out very well by himself. He's not one of the best standalone support heroes like a Skywrath or something like that. So in that case, I'm wondering if they put the Storm Spirit in the safe lane just to make sure he farms up. Also, there's always the worry that, especially against Radiant, I think playing mid on Radiant is so much better. It's just way harder to gank Radiant than it is to gank Dire.
Yeah. So
heroes like, Sniper, or just any mid hero thrives a lot better on Radiant. I know I personally love playing mid on Radiant. I think it's just way easier, and I feel a little bit more confident that I won't get ganked.
I have a question. Does the RTZ block give you an edge on Radiant side, or is it about even still with the RTZ block? I'm curious.
It's not so much like, yeah, it helps you obviously, but even if you don't get the quote unquote RTZ block, like you can still, block it when the creeps come together, and it's still going to be better than Dire, because the problem with Dire is that if you block too well before you hit the tier 2 tower, on your side. If you block too well, one of the creeps will walk all the way around the tower, and it'll totally mess up your block. So that'll mean like you basically one is like 300 units to the like upward left or whatever, and so you can't block both of them at the same time. So one of them is going to pass by. So it'll always screw up. That's the one problem I run into with Dire. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, but it usually happens when you block too well. In Radiant, you don't have that problem.
I've never had that issue, so that probably says something about my mid blocking that I need to work on. I actually played 1v1s against Charlie the other night. Let's just say it was not an enjoyable time for me.
What heroes?
It was weird matchups. It was like SF Storm, and of course Charlie like only plays Storm. Then I played Storm, which was an awful idea because I don't play that hero generally against Charlie's SF. I got wrecked. Then I played Sniper against Quap, and I got wrecked again. And then I just said I'm done. I quit at that point because he was laughing, my stream was laughing, I was embarrassed.
Were you guys at least enjoying some beverages?
No, it was like 4 in the morning. He's just, hey, let's play 1v1 man. I'm like, all right, I guess so. Because I was losing a lot of ranked games. He's like, it'll make you better. Don't worry, man. I'm like, okay, Charlie, whatever, dude.
Sounds like he just needed an ego booster.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you know Charlie, that's just him in a nutshell, honestly. It's just, that is always the case. But anyways, I don't know. We'll see. You know, Charlie, shout out to Charlie, I guess, for being just so him in that situation. But whatever. My ego can recover. See how things turn out. By the way, Morphling picked up for Eldon. We'll see if they throw that in the middle lane. Like you talked about, Storm Spirit could go in the safe lane. They have a couple of options. Nyx Assassin, last pickup, by the way, for Power Rangers. They have the Chen in the jungle. More than likely off-lane Nyx, which I haven't seen in a while for Cheshire Cat, but they could switch things around. We'll see. 5-mana Grace from ASUS.Polar, our first game of 6. That's right, 6 games today. Hopefully I don't die. I'll have multiple casters joining me, but we got ASUS.Polar versus Power Rangers coming in right now, and the game's about to get underway here on DotaPit.
Yeah, I'm the sniper. Kind of his starting items are very weird. He had three pull tangles, but he gave one to someone else. Here we go with some possible aggression here. Boots up onto the Bat Rider, scouting things out. FNG in front doesn't have the boots, but still wants to be that front man because he's got the points done.
Man, look at G2A sitting very close to a lot of these heroes. Virtus Pro just gonna pass by Power Rangers. Or ASUS.Polar. I'm not sure why I said Virtus Pro. I guess it's still a thing that I get when I see G, but regardless. Also, Troll Warlord has 310 move speed. That's higher than some of the... I mean, that's way higher base move speed than a lot of these heroes. And almost higher than some heroes with boots. It's actually kind of ridiculous. But anyways, Cheshire Cat going for the top rune. 4 heroes will make their way over there. Illidan is in fact looking like he will go top. G will go mid of the storm, which I have not seen. We'll see how that goes. Lil's going to go to the bottom lane. I think he actually blocked the creeps right at the tower. And they stand there for a moment. Now they keep going. And this should give Sidoi a decent time to start with in the off lane with boots first. And Roger playing the mid sniper for Power Rangers, going for the shrapnel first. That's pretty standard. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I don't Okay, there we go. Well, he misses a CS with the shrapnel, but I think when you go shrapnel first, you need to spam it the second you get in lane, because the whole point of getting it first is that it costs low mana, and by the time you have 3 charges up again, you're gonna it's not gonna cost you anything. So spamming out of the gate. He's missed, unfortunately, a lot of CS here. And some of them it's not been his fault. It was just kind of bad rhythm as it hit the tower, but not the best start here for him in the mid lane. Although he does have a Wildcat to maybe aid him a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Oh my god, the tornado shrapnel combo. Oh dear. Bullets, twisters. What else does G have to deal with in this middle lane? He does get his bottle early on, and he's having, again, a fantastic time CSing. Does 6 last hits. But this matchup gets a lot harder as it progresses for the Storm Spirit because of the shrapnel. Level 3 and take aim specifically is going to be pretty much a nightmare for G. And then probably the Cyclone on top of it, honestly. The Wild Wing will have it off cooldown, and we'll see how it goes. But
he's doing better than the Sniper, though, early on.
Yeah.
Despite not going for the extra stat builds with the Null Talisman or, having to deal with the Tornado as well. Yeah, so G's doing very well as far in terms of CS. Man, I'm quite impressed with that. Anyway, top lane, FNG taking a lot of extra damage from the right clicks of Cheshire Cat, but he is keeping him at bay. He's keeping him at level 1. He hasn't hit level 2 yet. He's got the Wave of Terror instead of the stun for extra added right click damage, which is, I think, the better decision when you know you're not going to be going for a kill, but you need to kind of zone them out independently.
I've been watching this top lane. He has just really been spamming that Wave of Terror. Whenever it's off cooldown, he throws it out. And so Cheshire Cat, who, by the way, has no more regen, can't really do anything. And now Lil's on the backside waiting for a stun. He has Fisher ready, but they do see him with this Radiant Observer Ward, so they know he's coming. So Cheshire Cat really shouldn't get caught out. G taking a lot of damage mid lane. He is way below half health. He needs to be careful. The Twister, the Cyclone, and the Shrapnel all together becoming a big factor as to him starting to dwindle in this mid lane. He still has a lead in CS, but that probably goes away pretty soon. Sniper has an Aquila, so he'll be able to mana regen. He has a Tango now, so he's regenning up as well. Yeah, I mean, G can't even get close anymore because of the Shrapnel. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, as you said, it just becomes easier and easier once Sniper gets the levels, and he's already putting points in a Shrapnel, and I know that sounds crazy, but we saw, I forget who it was, a Sniper that just went a really weird build. I don't think, Fata, yeah, where he went 2-2-3, I think at level 8, something like that.
It was awkward.
Yeah, so this is, I think, the much stronger build.
3-1-1 is I think, the most standard build with this hero right now in the middle lane. And for good reason. It's not every day you get level 3 Shrapnel and just destroy whatever hero you're up against with 3 charges. Meanwhile, the bottom push is coming in. No level 6 yet for the Troll Warlord. He's 1 point forever. He's got a Whirling Axe, the Wave. They really want this tower early on. J4, he's level 2, so they're not really giving him an experience. Meanwhile, in the jungle, No Fear has a giant stack for whoever. The Sniper, Ditchara. There's a couple of options. So Noble TP'd back in. He's going to Firefly. Ditchara says, that's fine. I can actually just kill you. J4 has the hexes, or rather the shackles, but really can't get close. He does have boots of speed, but not fast enough.
This is going to be his own stack. He's taken that Wildkin that was helping out in mid and moved it towards, so it's going to be a good level, 3 for him, I think?
He was level 1, wow, yeah. This is probably level 3, yeah, I'd say. Well, we'll see here, as they're all about to die.
It's hard to gauge sometimes when they're only level 1 to start out, so yeah, level 3.5 it seems. Which, actually, if you really think about it, like, that was a nice stack and everything, but only level 3.5 at 5, or almost 4, I should say, at 5 minutes is like nothing too impressive, but it's good that he's not only harassed mid, but also taking out that stack too. And he's stacking another one, but the Wildkins, when to come off cooldown? Oh, I guess 17 seconds, but he doesn't have mana for it. He doesn't have mana, yeah. He's
not regenerating it up either. How does the mana regeneration work for these things? He has literally no mana regeneration. Yeah, I mean, you need a Basilisk or Aquila, and he doesn't have that, so there's no Tornado for a while. So he just has to take these camps with other creeps, so he gets the Centaur Conqueror. Yeah, I think he could have been a higher level now, but he is stacking up other jungle camps, and maybe he'll do them with a friend like Roger, but Roger seems content with farming mid, as he now has eclipsed the Storm Spirit and farm, as we expected. And, well, yeah, I mean, everything going pretty well for the Dire, although they have the top CS to the Radiant side for the Troll. Dire do have 39 CS for Illidan up top, who is going for an early Bassi. Early Ring of Health and going for a more than likely Liquid Sphere at some point in time. So just kind of a passive start. Nothing really happening this game. It's just farming and no early rotations.
Well, he stacked it again, and he's sending his creep back for mana. Now it's coming back. So
that seems like a waste of time.
There's an Invis Storm Spirit in mid. Doesn't have pull, but they're gonna get the kill easily, I think, with Earthshaker here to set it all up. Zipping around, first blood drawn here by G. Thought maybe Nyx could have. I guess Nyx is only level 2. Stun not that impressive. So very nice gank yet again. They're taking the stack, but they're also giving levels to Nyx. I think this is a great decision. I don't think that Chen... I mean, yeah... Oh, look at this!
No,
The
Sedoi.
Bedware just casually walks through! Oh my god!
He's like, my crepes, my farm. Ditchy comes and throws the rolling axe.
Oh.
And I was like, maybe that was a mistake. I might be okay. He gets to the low ground, has enough of the Firefly left. He is behind enemy lines. He has no TP, no fear, has a Centaur Conqueror Stomp. Ditchy rocks right in. He says, hello, give me your kill. Give me your life. I don't care that you took a couple of creeps. I just want your body. And
I honestly think that's worth it. Like, there was 3 heroes. Troll had to walk over there. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, Troll did get the kill, and that certainly helps him. But that was really good of him to take those creeps. I can't believe he made that play. I'd be so angry.
he went all the way in too. That's not the easiest camp to get to. That's the very deep, hard camp. So he was looking. There's no ward there either. Actually, they had a ward right here. I don't know how they got it there, but they had a ward here, a dire ward. It just went away, I think, not too long ago. But they did have vision. Now there's a smoke wraparound on the mid from the dire side. There are 3 heroes, including Ditcha. J4 gets spotted first. There is a dire ward. Level's gonna get spotted out. The train is coming. J4 looking for Hex. He's gonna find it. This shrapnel's gonna come in. Shackles before he can get his Fisher off. They get the kill. Ditcha now gonna throw up the rolling axes as well. This should be a pretty easy tower with Battle Trance. And all of a sudden, the snowball, it's coming. Troll and Sniper, they're gonna become a force to be reckoned with here.
And the Chen. Like, the Chen's got good creeps, and I can tell, like, just by looking at him and the way that he's kind of stopped canceling some of his spells and his centaurs and just his movement, I can tell that he knows what he's doing on this hero. Like, I can tell that he's just a very good Chen player and plays this a lot. And I don't know who No Fear is, really. He's a stand-in for them today, but yeah, we'll see what more he can do. He's rushing the mech over mana boots, and they did lose top tower though, unfortunately. Did it get denied? It did not. So Illidan's gonna and Illidan needs every point of gold he can get for Morphling. This hero really needs a lot of farm to actually be effective. There's not a smoke gank, but just heroes walking bottom. Although there is not a ward to be spotting them. So we'll see if Cheshire Cat gets killed here. He's level 5, which is a pretty good level, I guess. A little under the Batrider.
He feels like a glorified support at this point. He's gonna get Fisher. Last is gonna go away for him as well, and he's dead. They know that everyone's top. They're not gonna stop that push train on the Tier 1 tower, so they know they can get away with that kind of kill. But Ditcha gets the Tier 1. They're gonna TP mid as there's 2 heroes in here. FNG looking for something. Well, he's gonna find a Troll Warlord. Magic Missile's gonna come in. Shrapnel as well. Oh, God, not again. 2 sets of shrapnels, one right after the other. I don't know how you survive that if you're a support.
That's another
miserable.
tower last hit for Illidan too, though. These trades are benefiting ASUS because they don't really have a pushing lineup and they have a much stronger late game. Actually, that's hard to say, but I would think Storm Morphling late game is pretty damn strong with the pickoff potential from Batrider. That's not to say that Troll isn't strong and Sniper isn't strong, but Chen kind of falls off. Not as hard as he used to, but he still kind of does. Then again, Ross is really good late game too, so actually it's hard to say, really.
And it's 6 in one, half dozen the other. It's actually ridiculous. Who really knows until we get to that point, if we do get to that point. Knowing
I mean,
Illidan,
Morphling
I'm
is
sure we
insane
will.
because he can almost one-shot anybody, so...
True, especially the Sniper, unless he gets like a BKB. The Sniper is going to become very dead if somehow that Morphling gets close enough. And I mean, that's not improbable. That could happen easily. So we'll see. ASUS.Polar now splitting up to farm 82 assets for the Morphling now, and a Perseverance stun, unsurprisingly, top of net worth. It is not too far behind with a Yasha, so the beginnings of an SNY, which I think is also the choice for Roger. So he's going for the Sange early just to try to stay ahead here. And you also have No Fear rotating around. Mech not done. 600 gold. He's 400 away. Top lane Illidan will farm. He's a replicate, so he's not really too concerned. And the rest of... actually, Hand of God used for his creeps, I believe. Yeah. The rest of ASUS.Polar just using the jungle to farm up. And As G is now up to 1800, more than likely going to go for probably an Orchid, we'll see. And everything again now just evolving into farm. By the way, it is 12 minutes, it's 3-2. Guys, let's come on, get the action going. Let's see some kills, let's see some carnage. Tower push is not enough for me. I want people dying. More people need to be on the ground. Let's go.
Well, Nyx is up to level 7.
Right.
He just popped his it's 3-2. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Mod Tax, I missed you, buddy.
Oh, bottom. There's action onto the Bat Rider. Here comes the ult from the
Goodbye.
from the sniper to secure the kill. Hastern was also picked up by the Nyx, and Nyx hits almost level 7 with that. Or sorry, level 8 with that. And they're gonna go for Roche.
Alright,
Okay.
here's the dream. Dire knows this Roche is happening. They rotate everybody over, and a massive team fight breaks out. That's the dream. It's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, the creeps are all coming. There's every member, it seems, coming over. They also have the troll ulti to work with.
There's a Fisher. It's a good
She's not
start.
popping it yet, but he will, I imagine.
He's on the high ground. Maybe it's steal. That'd be the next best thing. Gets shrapnelled, and he has to leave. He's actually kind of out of mana. And they get the Aegis. 4-2.
Pretty good for them. That was a really good decision, and nicely done by the Nyx. This is why Nyx was picked up. For a number of reasons. It's great against the Storm, late game with the mana burn, but it's great against the Bat specifically, because you can just walk into his Firefly, use your Carapace, and it stuns him. And that's pretty much what he did after he hit him out of Vendetta. So nice job.
Suddenly Cheshire Cat has 1400 gold. I mean, Roche doesn't, hurt, but Arcanes plus 1400 gold, he's going to have a blink pretty soon. A very early ward placed up here on the high ground on this little ward spot for FNG to get them vision, which is one of the best wards in the game, in my opinion. It's a lot of intel. Power Rangers, Ditchera seems to know something is up. He sees Illidan nearby. He gets replicated. Meanwhile, there's just a gank train. A smoke gank gets back into the jungle. J4 gets spotted out. They're going to find instead G, which is a huge target. And he's going to fall. It gets sexed up. Assassination was about to go. And he's, in fact, building towards a Bloodstone. So every top lane, it just goes. Illidan gets the kill, actually, on the troll. I didn't notice that he went down, but he's going to get out. So just the Aegis expended for Storm in the middle lane. And the push continues here as Roger hits the tower from afar. There's the Fisher. Flame breaks, going to go on to 2. J4 walks down to the low ground. Serpent Ward's up in 1. They're ready to go. And this tier 2 tower, probably not long. It's probably going to fall, I would imagine. We'll see, though.
We'll see if Bat can find an opening and if people are ready. They're probably not going to wait, if anything, for the Storm. But with wards down and a Chen ulti with mech online, I think it's hard here. I think Chen mech's here, and then they keep pushing. I don't know. They're kind of thinking about it here. Here comes the Bat Rider looking for maybe something. There's the mech. Save some creeps. They're really low HP, but if they get this tower, it's fine. And it looks like they will.
Roger's doing a really good job with that shrapnel, making sure that somebody's blink is on cooldown. He actually looked at the trees. There's nobody there. He guessed the wrong direction, the wrong side, I should say, for the Bat Rider. If he shrapnel the other side, then there's really no way the Bat Rider can jump it at all. His blink dagger would be constantly on cooldown. Ditchera's going for not an SNY, but actually a Manta style, which is a build that I don't see too often. In almost every troll game I've watched, the build is most certainly SNY. In this game, it's Manta style, or at least, he does have it. He has a Manta style. So, he maybe thinks that there's going to be an Orchid for Storm Spirit, which is an okay reason to go for it, but that's not the case. G goes straight for a point booster and maybe straight into a Bloodstone.
Yeah, and they're putting action on Sidoi. Sidoi, what are you doing?
He was the one looking for a kill with the help of G, and instead he's the killed. He's the one who's killed and
got spotted out by a very interesting ward that you don't really see placed often, especially at this stage of the game on Radiant's side. Double damage bottled up by Storm, and he zips away. Will be fine, but yeah, very interesting ward, but it actually pays off there, and it's not even got too much time left on it. Top tower has been denied by Cheshire Cat, so that's good for him to mitigate the gold, and he's got a blink now.
Yeah, he had a rough start. He was not getting levels for the longest time. He actually had to go to the jungle, which we saw. Had his camp stolen, sort of. Not the most CS in the world. Really just getting a lot of gold by just standing around near these fights and actually getting kills, or helping getting kills rather. And the Roshan, of course, helping. Now there's also a Blink Dagger on the Shadow Shaman. And that kind of tells you the story of Cheshire Cat, as J4 has the next fastest timing Blink Dagger on the same team. So it looks like for Power Rangers, they're hitting their stride. Illidan's going to walk uphill. Waveform, that's a whipped impale. Maybe next time, Cheshire Cat. Sorry, buddy. And Mana Burn goes, but that's a Lincoln Sphere now on the Morphling. So Morphling can now start farming a bit faster with the help of the mana regeneration. He can waveform pretty much on cooldown wherever he wants. The SNY now done for the sniper. So items coming online for Power Rangers, and I think you start pressuring a bit harder. Maybe going for the last tier 2s and then trying to get to that high ground. Maybe going for Roche when it's back up, as you don't really want to deal with a late game Morphling.
Yeah, I'm kind of on board with you. I feel like the Manta is a little bit weird. It does kind of disrupt an Eth-Blade combo or shotgun combo from Morphling once it gets to that point. As you mentioned, he probably was just anticipating the Orchids coming out from Storm, but even then, I think SNY into just maybe BKB, he's going to need a BKB anyway this game. Like, there's the Earthshaker stun, there's Venge stun, there's all this stuff that he's going to not want to have magic damage hit him, so he's going to need the BKB anyway, but yeah, I find it a little bit strange. I think SNY is usually better just because you get so much movement speed out of it.
He also got 4 points of Berserker's Rage. We see Max Fervor a lot, but it's not uncommon to see Max Berserker's Rage either. This was another thing when Troll was first picked a long time ago. This was the thing that I experimented with, and I think a lot of players have experimented with as well. You get the extra move speed, the extra bash duration, which turns into quite a long time actually, and the extra bash damage. Now they're gonna jump in onto Sedoy, get shackled up. Sedoy with some odd, just really weird movements coming out in this game, and with him down, he might actually have to buy back here. This tier 3 tower may be in trouble. FNG gets assassinated. It's half of his health gone. Buyback from Sedoy. Tier 3 tower, no glyph left. Oh, Blake Echo onto 3, onto 4. They kill everybody except Ditcha. G gets a double kill. What just happened? Are you serious, Lil? Are you insane? What a play. That was outstanding.
Well, they fooled them by not knowing or not showing the Earthshaker blink, and they fooled me too because I didn't see it.
Neither did I.
And I wasn't expecting it because it's early and I'm friggin' tired, but my god, what a turnaround.
That's what I wanted this entire game, man. That's all I ever asked for. Was a blink echo onto like 4 heroes. That's all I ever wanted in life. And it happens. But what a turnaround for ASUS.Polar.
Look at these graphs, man. I know it just happened, but oh my god, look at the graphs. Just a straight nosedive down.
Power Rangers were not expecting it. They weren't really spread. They were all pretty close. And Lil sneaks up from behind. Pimp, do we have a replay of that? We're going to send it over to Pimp Muckle, and let's see that one more time.
Right. I just want to say, that was so smart by Cheshire Cat. He's just amazing on those offlane heroes, and once again, he proves it well with the Nyx Assassin, and he was just blinking in right there, stunning the Batrider. Initiation, butchered. Doesn't matter though, because if you have a 5-man Echo Slam, you're just gonna go in him. Actually, that's excellent life gun. Let's see this.
Sedoy gets a kill, will die. Meanwhile, Enchant Totem, Will seems to be behind enemy lines, and they have no point in penitence for their chance. They can't slow him. The Wild Wing Cheshire Cat is blink up and ready to go. Assassination will not keep tabs. They know he's blinking out, and he actually does make it away. All right, let's go back. Oh, I'll hold that thought because Illidan's top lane. Let's wait until everybody's across their side of the river. Replicate goes. They'll have to kill that before they can push him out of top lane. And Illidan's gonna stay around. Adaptive Strike. Illidan's gonna wait for him. Misses. Had he hit that, maybe he gets the kill, but Ditcheraz. Too fast, the 4th point in Berserker's Rage becoming pretty useful, giving him that bonus move speed. Illidan walks back up. Now there's going to be a Hex as well. The Impale about to go. Mana Burn. They take him down. What a big kill that is. And the smoke into the jungle from ASUS.Polar. They won't find anybody yet. And it looks like they shouldn't find anybody. They'll probably just push bottom. And, alright. I think we have some time. Well, a little still smoked up. I really don't want to miss anything here.
No, let's just not do it. I'm gonna be spinning it one time when there is some time without commentary. So you guys just go on
J4,
it.
Lil, and J4. Okay, that was awkward. How many hex you? Alright, I'm gonna back up. See you later. They know that he's in there. They actually see him with the observer ward now. They don't smoke up. They're gonna check Roche. It's up. And they aren't gonna go for it. Alright. Everything's kind of back to zero at this point. Well, not statistically, but...
Alright, did they smoke into Roche? I was looking
No,
at
they
something else.
definitely did not.
I was gonna say, that's kind of strange, but it's very easy to do Roche with... Oh, not the best Echo Slam this time. Heal
They're
comes out
going
from
in.
Chen.
Lil's dead. Yeah. Sonoy gets the lasso. Cheshire Cat. Wait for him in. Illidan comes in. All of a sudden, this fight was looking good, but now maybe not so much for Power Rangers. Roche goes down. Did they
Orphan
get
snatches
the
it.
Aegis? Yeah, they got the snatch coming out with Illidan. They didn't get the Roche, but they get the kill onto a couple, and then all of a sudden, again, all 5 are dead. It doesn't matter about the Echo Slam, and now the Chen army as well. All the creeps going down. And another horrific fight coming out for Power Rangers. This time, an Aegis is lost as well. It's about as bad as it could be. And Illidan now gets his Ethereal Blade as he picks up the Eagle Song, heads back home. What a fight coming out from ASUS.Polar. I can't handle it now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and Storm got so many charges on his Bloodstone. He's up to 18 now. So that's really massive for him. Illidan gets a triple kill. Also gets the Aegis. No Roche kill, but who cares? He's got the Eth Blade, so... This looked really, really good. Really great for PR. They were catching the Batrider over and over. Batrider's just feeding like crazy this game. 1 and 6 playing way too far up. And they've capitalized every single time, it seems, with the Knicks, but with a pretty much game... I mean, obviously the game is not over, but with a pretty much game-winning Echo Slam. Really set the tone. There was a great pickoff onto Illidan up there at the top tower at their tier 1, but the Roche fight, they just have enough damage after they already laid the wards down. Chen's not got the greatest of levels, so his heal's only level 1, doesn't do that much. And despite the Echo not being that great, they just have better fighting, especially when they snatch the Aegis too, but he didn't even use it, so...
This is looking pretty horrific for Power Rangers at this point. I don't know how they deal with another fight. Echo Slam is going to be up by the time they push into the top lane. Is it level 2 yet? Yes. And he's going Force Staff, which, by the way, Sotoy, we mentioned had a bad game. He doesn't have Force yet for a Batrider at 24 minutes. He has Boots, Blink, and part of a Force Staff. That's not the best. And that'll happen when you die 6 times.
I mean, he was farming pretty slowly too, though, and he did get some of that stack that he tried to steal, but didn't get the fastest Blink Dagger in the world. Here comes an Blade combo onto Sniper. Couldn't get it though.
Couldn't get the kill. Impale misses. Illidan kind of out of mana. Luckily, he does have... Oh my god, that ball lighting from G across the map, and he gets the kill. Meanwhile, there's going to be the last one of DotaPit. They're going to try to man fight. Illidan does have the Aegis. It's going to go. They get the Test of Faith kill. G now walking back out. FNG getting killed by the illusions of the troll. Echo Slam is on the ready. Lasso's already gone. 2 for nothing so far. Where's that Storm? He actually went all the way back home. So he has to walk down middle lane to get back into the fray. Fisher, Echo onto Ditcha. They get the Ethereal Blade kill. No buyback for the troll, mind you. Impale misses. Lincoln's Sphere now purchased up for G. He walks bottom. They don't really seem to care about this tier 3 tower. They don't really want it. They just wanted to get a couple of kills. Now they back up, feeling like they've accomplished something. I'm not sure what it is. Probably just killing some heroes. And there it is. They get it done.
Yeah, I think they would have continued to push, but the Storm Spirit, when he zipped in like that, he finally got the sniper kill, but he lost all of his mana, so he just TP'd out like while he was inside the base. So because of that, they can't really push, and they don't have the best pushing lineup anyway. I guess it's okay when Venge has the aura up and more levels of that. Actually, he's maxed it first, so now he's going back for Wave of Terror, but yeah, they're doing just fine. They got a Force Staff now finally on their bat, and they got a Force Staff now on their Earthshaker too.
And they have Force on the Venge. They have forces every which way, it feels like, for ASUS.Polar. And at this point, again, there's no real rush for them, because PR, despite having a troll and a sniper, their late game might not be as strong. And when you lose a Roche fight like that, have to wonder what else you need to do to stay in this game. Sniper realizes that getting picked off by a storm is on the top list of priorities for ASUS.Polar, and obviously the Ethereal Blade as well. So a BKB is in the works. It's probably, I don't think he has the recipe yet. He does not. G2A already has his BKBs, so that's the difference maker now, is that they have these 2 BKBs before they didn't have them. They're going to have to put them to good use, otherwise this game is going to get out of hand quickly, if it's not out of hand already. Alright. Yeah, let's send it over to Pimp with another replay. Pimp, what do we got going on?
Since the chat is freaking out because I showed the Echo Slam replay after the actual Roche replay, let's check out the Roche replay, boys! So everyone is gonna be fine. Once again, Truff mentioned this, the Echo Slam, you know, it was actually a nice idea, but it just didn't work out because everyone was so far back, and then you think, without an Echo Slam of, you know, of a century, you're not gonna win this fight. Well, joke's on you, because you have a Batrider, and once again we see the strength of the Batrider, well, above the Roche pit. G is super crazy, he's just zipping around. And Roger, he was doing a lot of damage, but he gets brought down just because FNG is signaling him out all the time. And what an easy 5-man wipe, even though this should have been a very easy Roche for PR, I mean, let's face it.
Yeah, that's true. I was kind of surprised with how ASUS.Polar took him down, which, by the way, they are smoked up. Sadoy, again, flying too far up, the smoke breaks for him. So he gets spotted out. Power Rangers know there's probably something up. They have Roger out in front. He has no PKB still, and even if he did, if he gets lassoed, he's not going to be able to get that off. They can stunlock him. They have enough to do so. So that's another thing you have to worry about, is that you have these BKBs, but there's the threat that you can't get it off in a fight because of getting blown up by all of these heroes, especially with that Ethereal Blade combo if you get lassoed. I think that's something that you have to be concerned about if you're Power Rangers.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Batrider is one of the better heroes against Sniper because, I mean, there's a lot of heroes that people theorycraft of what's good with Sniper because Sniper's so popular right now, and Batrider, Clockwork is good, Spectre is good, and the reason is because pushing high ground against a Sniper is so damn hard. It's really, really hard. He can stay very, very far back. It's hard to find him. It's hard to initiate onto him without vision. It becomes just a little bit easier with these heroes I just mentioned. It's not like super duper easy, except, I mean, I guess Spectre is like probably the easiest. You just press R and then you're on the hero, but Batrider is probably a good second.
Speaking of not getting your BKB off, yeah, I'm the best. No Fear's gonna get caught out. Mech's gonna go, force forward. Oh, goodbye, Mr. Chen. They all see blood in the water, and boy, do they jump quickly. Assassination on the little, he takes a bit of a scrape. A bullet, but it's fine. Top lane is pushing in. There's no 2-3 tower to defend this either, so they have to send G back. No real concern there. He can zip across the map if necessary, but the troll is being quite annoying. He's going to go down. That is permanent damage on the range Rex, I will say that much. But again, that's a BKB that is not used because the lasso comes out and troll dies. That's it.
Yeah, and even if BKB is used, they have a lot of right-click between the Morphling and the Venge. This combo is actually not something you see really that often at all. I mean, Morph is rarely picked up. Venge is picked up a lot, but because the Morph's not picked up, you don't see it. But the added damage bonus of 36% to Morphling is pretty damn effective. There's a DD bottom as well for Morphling if he wants that, but gonna walk by. He does pick up a fresh BKB. So he's got BKB now with his Eth Blade, so he can dodge the all the. I think it's really for this Nyx assassin. Like these mana burns are what's actually killing him. Actually, the Shadow Shaman as well. So I like this pickup a lot from Morphling.
The BKB Lincoln's combo, he becomes almost unkillable, and also has an Ethereal Blade. So if he really needs to, he can make sure he doesn't get right clicked. But that's more of an aggressive item than anything else. And he's very farmed. The most farmed in the game, in fact, by 1,000. The next closest is the Storm Spirit at 17,000 net worth. And he's going for what I imagine would be a Hex. I thought it was a Hex the first time around, but he went for the Lincoln Sphere. So now instead, probably going to go for the Scythe of Ice. I don't think it's a Scotty. Yeah, he's got a lot of charges. 41, that's a lot. It's not the most I've seen, but yeah, this is 41 mana regen per second. Not bad. Not bad at all.
41 or 21?
41 mana regen as well. Hold on, big Echo Slam coming in again. Lil does get blown up, but they've already taken down, I think, the Chen. Ditcherrock going with the BKB. Illidan getting low, actually. J4 getting brought down by G, not getting the kill, though. Illidan still morphing. Sniper assassinating, getting the kill on FNG. Illidan trying to fight, has to replicate out. Now Sidori's alone. He'll have to force and blink away. G not going back into the fray. And somehow Power Rangers actually come out on top. The BKBs finally did get off. The Echo Slam was a little bit late, I think, to the party. Scythe is now done for G. This should be a Roche, though, for Power Rangers. Finally, well, maybe not. Illidan's going to TP back in. I'm not so sure. This is tough. Do they have a gem? They might have had one. They might have lost it. No, they have it on the Bat Rider. So if Cheshire Cats get spotted, he probably gets brought down. But looks like, no, they're going to back away. They don't want Roche yet. I think that's the smart play.
Yeah, if that was, it was almost daytime too. If that was daytime, they easily catch out that Nyx and see him with the high ground vision from Bat Rider having the gem. But no, the problem I think was that, as you mentioned, they actually initiated with the Echo Slam, but the fast fingers this time around from Ditya with the BKB just didn't work. And you can see the potential there of Troll, man. You see the glimpse of how dumb this hero can be, and why he's picked up in literally every single pub game you're playing. Because even with these items, which aren't that many, he's only essentially got 2 items, just completely owned a Morphling who has, what, 5,000 more net worth, 6,000 more net worth than you, so it's pretty insane what this hero can do.
I think a good 50% of our viewership know how good a Troll Warlord can be. I, on many occasions, have experienced the ridiculousness of the hero. Blink lasso onto J4, ball lightning in, almost blows up Cheshire Cat. He uses himself into the Air Force. Swap out coming in from FNG. They get Roger to the high ground. Meanwhile, Ditcherrock's trying to fight, but there's Fisher Wall in the way. Pops the BKB. Now you have to back up. Kite this as best as possible. Roger does get the kill. Meanwhile, Chen going down. Echo Slam goes, but he does get away. I believe the Echo did just pop, but nice TP coming up from Ditcherrock as the BKB was about to expire. Somehow gets out alive. It still is a 3-for-1 trade, though, for ASUS.Polar. And they're going to get Roche off the back end of this. ASUS.Polar is still with a very good fight. I really liked how they cut that troll with the BKB. I thought that was impressive.
Yeah, it was really weird Echo at the end there, but maybe it was trying to get the perfect timing after his BKB wore off or something. Aegis is going to go to Illidan, I imagine. And Cheese to G. So 24 charges now in the Storm with the Sheep and Cheese. Pretty damn scary. We talked a bit more about this Morphling and how much farm he has, but I think the Storm Spirit's more of a problem. He can just do a lot more in these fights.
This Storm Spirit is a god at this point. Well, I mean, it is G after all playing the hero. Yeah, that was actually completely unintentional.
Is that a Modpags joke? Or?
That's right up there with him. That's probably worse. Yeah, no, it's definitely worse. That's 100%. You know, there is a kill down towards the. I don't know what he was doing that far out, honestly, for Cheshire Cat. He must have been scouting things out, and then Illidan with Sidori nearby with that Gem of Truth that is easily able to pick him off and get the kill. So that's unfortunate. Is the best way I could describe that. And Illidan replicates out probably just in time. Wow, he waited till the last 10th of a second almost to replicate out there. Living dangerously for Illidan Storm Rage. And he's going Scotty, by the way. He has a double ultimate orb. He's just sending the courier out now to get the point booster, plus the Orb of Venom. And so the Aegis slot or Aquila slot will take that Scotty for him. We'll see.
Yeah, Scotty's so good on Morphling because it's just like with a perfect Morphling item. It gives him an extra utility that he really, really lacks, which is keeping someone in place, like having some kind of way to stop heroes from moving so he can continue auto attacks. Otherwise, you're just wave forming and then trying to auto attack afterwards, but that can't be too effective. But it also just gives you a ton of stats, so really, really good item for him. And he's got the full thing now, so.
This game is going to be very difficult for Power Rangers, although I like the choice from Ditya. He goes for the Chrysalis Witches. I think an unorthodox item. I think we see a lot of Scotties. We see a lot of Satanics, but he's going to go for the Crystals. He's going to probably pick up the Daedalus. He wants more damage, and I don't blame him. This is a game with his very tanky heroes, and very hard to man fight against a Morphling, especially with that Scotty now. The push is coming, and this might be the push to end the game here if you're ASUS.Polar. You have the Aegis for, let's see, how long? What, a pretty long time, honestly. They have a lot of time to work with here. There's no real rush. They can even take down the tier 2 mid if they want to, because you get that Rax top, you can't rotate mid. You have to rotate all the way bottom. So I think they'll probably take this down, I imagine. We'll see. The defense is going to have to come out pretty soon, though, from Power Rangers.
I think is for the crit on Ditya Raw, I was thinking is just that they have enough control between the Nyx and the Shadow Shaman. Oh, BKB, oh my god, just blows up the roster.
And he's still going with the right click. They're going to find the chat, and Ditya Raw pops the Berserkers by Battle Trance, but still in trouble. Now the Hex up onto Roger. He's going to get J Totem. The Echo Sled comes in as well. Cheshire Cat somehow getting away. Roger will buy back. Somebody's in the well. That's, of course, the troll. Zip back in from G. Mana regeneration of 64.8 per second. Assassination on Lil. Ditya Raw wants the kill. Can't find it. No BKB. Ditya Raw trying to man fight. Big Impale. Lasso's going to go onto Roger. Now they find the troll kill. He does have buyback, but it might be too much. Yule Scepter up into the air for Cheshire Cat. Wait for him. He gets blown up by G. Godlike. The magic missile. Roger's dead. He died back, and that is the GG. ASUS.Polar, ever since that top engagement, the big Echo Slam from Lil, that's all it took to get them in the lead, and then they just had to play a solid game to win the game, and they certainly did. They take a big Roche fight, and they play passively up until the push top, and then they blow up all 5 heroes. ASUS.Polar with a very solid draft, a very solid game, and honestly, really good play from Illidan Storm Rage, as always, and G specifically.
Yeah, I thought they both played really well, and if I'm PR though, I actually am not too like upset about this loss. Like, you can get kind of upset about any loss really, but it's very easy to go back to the replay and look, where did we lose? It's very obvious where you lost, because I think they actually played better overall this game than ASUS.Polar. I really do. I think it was just one slip up and one. Can you even call it really a brain fart? Because that kind of thing happens when a big item like that comes out a little bit earlier than you expected. You have these normal timings in your head about when someone should be getting an item, and if that's thrown off just a little bit, that's where surprises happen, and that was a big surprise.
Yeah.
And that game-winning, it ended up being a game-winning Echo Slam. Now, that's not to say that they couldn't have come back without that, but it was looking pretty bad. I mean, they just killed the Bat Rider. He was forced to buy back. They had everything going for them. They had the wars down, and then bam, they lost it all in an instant. So if I'm PR, I don't feel too bad about the loss. They can pinpoint exactly where they lost and try to change it from there.
And that's where the troll and the cyber pick, the dynamic duo, as it were. And Lil, as always, ending the game by selling all of his items. This time, not picking up any items. He usually goes for 6 of something. No GG branches or anything this time around. But with that being said, it is the first of 6 games that have ended. We'll see how game number 2 pans out for ASUS.Polar, and if Power Rangers can get back into it with a 1-1 tie, or if ASUS.Polar takes the series. We'll have to wait and see. This is DotaPit, again, brought to you, organized by One Game Organization. We also have production by High Ground TV, of course, with me. You can follow me at MottDota. You can follow Trap at Dota. Pitmuckle production over at Pitmuckle, and MottPacks and Stats over at MottPacks on Twitter. We'll jump into game number 2. See you guys in just a second. Stick around. as well. You get the extra move speed, the extra bash duration, which turns into quite a long time actually, and the extra max damage. Now they're gonna jump in onto Sedoy, get shackled up. Sedoy with some odd, just really weird movements coming out in this game, and with him down, he might actually have to buy back here. This tier 3 tower may be in trouble. FNG gets assassinated. It's half of his health gone. Buy back from Sedoy. Tier 3 tower, no glyph left. Oh, Blake Echo onto 3, onto 4. They kill everybody except Ditcha. G gets a double kill. What just happened? Are you serious, Lil? Are you insane?
But that's kind of strange, but it's very easy to do Roche with... Oh, not the best Echo Slam this time. Heal comes out from Chen.
Lil's dead. Yeah. Sedoy gets the lasso. Cheshire Cat. Wait for him in. Illidan comes in. All of a sudden, this fight was looking good, but now maybe not so much for Power Rangers. Roche goes down. Did they
Morphin
get
snatches
the
it.
Yeah, they got the snatch coming out with Illidan. They didn't get the Roche, but they get the kill onto a couple, and then all of a sudden, again, all 5 are dead. It doesn't matter about the Echo Slam, and now the Chen army as well. All the creeps going down. And another horrific fight coming out for Power Rangers. This time, an Aegis is lost as well. But, yeah, this is 41 mana regen per second. Not bad. Not bad at all.
41 or 21?
41 mana regen per second. Well, hold on. Big Echo Slam coming in again. Lil does get blown up, but they've already taken down, I think, the Chen. Ditcherok going with the